Yes, hi all of you. So what I'll be doing is I'll be analyzing yesterday's NEET MDS exam paper for you. And please note, this is a preliminary analysis, an initial analysis. We'll be doing a detailed analysis very soon. The subject-wise weightage, what was there, how was the exact pattern. Today we'll be discussing an overall what has happened and how the exam was overall perceived by the students and what could have been better if you would have followed certain very important strategies. Okay, and especially for the next year students, please do listen till the end. Okay, we're going to discuss some of the mistakes possibly done by your seniors which you should not repeat. Okay, let's jump onto the video right away. Okay, so yes, okay, join us. Okay, let's skip this one. So before I start my discussion, now I've seen many students panicking a lot, okay, worrying a lot. So this didn't happen good, this didn't happen. Please do one thing, just forget what has happened. Okay, just relax for the next 2 days. Okay, or relax for a few days. If you're not preparing for INI-CET MDS 2026, I would recommend to go for it. It's very important because you're ready, you have been preparing, don't miss it out. Okay, so relax for 2 days. Okay, don't analyze your mistakes. Please don't do this until your results come. Relax. Okay, if at all you have to restart, you have to have a 1 month full relaxation. Okay, and have a, if possible, prepare for your INI-CET MDS 2026. Okay, forget what has happened. Completely forget. Definitely recollect. We have a group for that. Make sure our students are recollecting the questions. But yes, forget what has happened. Carry on. Silly mistakes would have happened. Nothing can be done now. Okay, and please note, silly mistakes always happen. It's not that silly mistakes are some major errors. No, it does happen. Okay, studies have shown that however accurate you are, silly mistakes do happen. So don't worry about silly mistakes and things. Okay, now let's come to the analysis part. Okay, how many questions? I'll come to the difficulty part. Before that, how many questions were attempted? Now, it seems like comfortably now. I won't say that the exam was very difficult, which was the initial perception everyone had. It was not very difficult, nor it was easy. It was a good paper, I would say. Okay, I can't say it's an easy paper because lots of clinical questions were there. Now, I'll come to the part of clinical questions, why you perceived it difficult, but yes, it was a 200 plus paper. Okay, detailed analysis I'll come later on. Safe attempts, or I would say an average attempt should be 190 to 210. Many students attempted even 220, 230 is what I saw. I saw one student saying me that, sir, I attempted around 235. Okay, which is good, but then yes, accuracy is the key. Now please understand, okay, I'll come to this later on. Though accuracy is very important, some people worry a lot going for a guesswork. For these kind of people, clinical questions is almost impossible to attempt. Okay, you attempt 10 or you do a guesswork. Now, it's not a blind guesswork, you have to go for a knowledgeable guesswork. I'll tell you how. But if you don't go for that, the problem is you will feel every questions are impossible. Now, if someone who has only learned dental pulse, not done clinical questions, not understood the basics and concepts, you will never feel comfortable to do the guesswork of the clinical questions. Okay, so that's a different part of it I'll discuss, but what I want you to understand is that if you're going to attempt the coming years, okay, learning your basics and concepts, systematic learning and increasing your accuracy of knowledgeable guesswork is important. Okay, negative marking is not the real problem. Actually increasing the accuracy comparatively. If you attempt 10, 3-4 can go wrong. Okay, in the sense if you're guessing, okay, a few questions will go wrong, but overall accuracy isn't increasing. I've demonstrated this in another video. I'll come to that in some other videos for this year. Now, what was the difficulty level? I would say majority said initially I got the perception that it's very difficult. Okay, but I was like, oh no, let's wait. And then I analyzed, I got that majority said that moderately difficult. Some even said that it's easy also. But I won't say clinical based question paper is easy. Okay, so it was moderately difficult, provided, it's a very important thing, you are well prepared. Now, I won't say you are perfectly prepared and all. There is nothing called a perfect preparation when you have 20 subjects to prepare in 1 year. It's impossible. So, if you are well prepared, and what is well prepared? Again, it's a very subjective thing. I'll go into details later on what is a well preparation. Now, if your basics are good, now, if you're someone who are simply solving questions, I always tell this in the academy right away from the beginning. It's not how many questions you solve. It is important, no doubt question solving is important. But your basics are equally important, if not more important. Systematic learning. Again, someone who was learning questions or solving questions randomly, even if you were learning basics, what is going to happen is, if you get a lot of clinical questions, the problem is you will not be able to analyze the question if you have not learned it systematically. And I don't know how many times I've told you, you should have a proper revision strategy from day one. Okay, or day two. Day one is your, okay, you are going to start study. From day two, you should have a proper revision strategy. Though it is not as, efficient as it is going to be in the last 3 months or 4 months, you should have a proper revision strategy. Okay, we'll discuss each of this in a detailed analysis. Now, how is the question pattern? No doubt. Okay, for the new students, please understand, mostly clinical questions, long questions. What to do? I'll tell you. Okay, mostly clinical long questions, some image-based questions, not radiographic, but lots of histopathologic was there. Some image-based questions, and yes, surprise. Video-based questions were there. I think 3 or 4 questions were there. Some of them were very easy, like questions, they just gave you the buccinator muscle and asked you what is the nerve supply of it, or they have given you the GTR membrane. So, yeah, though they have complicated, like your clinical-based questions also. Okay, they have made the perception that it is complicated. It was not. Okay, medical people already had this, clinical case-based questions, video-based questions already. So this is the first time introduced for you people, but I don't think it was tough. Okay, so now, okay, remember what I told you. Now, what have we analyzed and what I told you already? The last 2 weeks before the exam, I told you clinical questions will be there. And I don't know how many times I told you, don't panic, and winner is the one who's going to be calm. That day morning also I told you, stay calm. You will get clinical case-based questions, and I also told you, you need to, I also demonstrated for you in the group, in the app, you should look for keywords in the question. And I showed you how to do that. I don't know how many, okay, last week clinical question discussion, I was sad to know that some people didn't go through that. Okay, even surprising, even saddened, I'll tell you later on. And please make sure that, see, when you are being guided, when we guide you, we know that this is to be expected. To some extent, not perfectly, definitely. No one can perfectly say that this is how it is. But based on the experiences, based on the student's experience, our personal experience, and there is one more story I want to tell you later on, how and why these clinical questions are increasing, how they are formulating these clinical questions is much more funny, and and that's why I clearly told you keywords, look for the keywords, because okay, I'll tell you how they are formulating this later on. Okay, that's my analysis. It's not no, I didn't get any inner message. That's just an analysis of previous questions, how they're formulating it. And that's why I told you, look for the keywords, analyze the options from the topics. For the topics. See the option. And I told you, are they asking about anemia? Okay. Are they asking specifically about hemolytic anemias? So I told you to analyze the options. Okay. And I told you, please attempt in 3 to 4 rounds. Yesterday the phone calls I received, they said, Sir, lucky that I attempted in 3 to 4 rounds, because otherwise it was impossible for me to finish the paper, and I got 10 minutes extra. Okay, that was a student told me. So yeah, it's very important, very, very, very important for the upcoming students. Make sure that whenever you are attempting a mock exam, okay, your grand test on the app, attempt in 3 to 4 rounds. Winner is the one who stays calm. In last week clinical discussions, I'm sure students told me, see, sir, you told us to look for keywords, we looked for keywords, and that's why we were able to answer the questions. And some students' confidence, I was a little worried, okay. Some students were really confident that, okay, I did a very good exam, but I told, okay, there is a luck factor involved. Don't be an don't have an over expectation. Okay. Anyway, now, okay, before going further, I'll come to more things of analysis. Okay, one more surprise is there. Here I'm going to give you a best opportunity for you. We have got a premium package. You can join our premium package today for the new batch, which is costing you 19,990 to 20K. But okay, one guarantee we are going to give you is pay 2500 and join today. Okay, you have 1 full week to check the quality of our course, and we are very confident on that. If not satisfied, 100% refund of your 2,500, no questions asked. No questions asked. Okay, and if you, I'm sure you'll be happy. If you want to proceed, pay the remaining in 3 installments. How more easy can it be made? Okay, so I've seen many academies saying that you have to pay up and front and no refund. No, it's not like that. Though we won't ask you the full amount. Okay, we are just making your token amount so that you start. It should not be that, okay, one condition is there. Please note, you're paying 2500. Don't download the notes. You can see the notes, you can check the notes. Don't download. The moment you download, it's a problem. Okay, so just a condition applied, because I don't want everyone to come and just download the notes and go and pay 2500 and get the refund. That's not the right thing. So our promise, we will provide the same quality throughout the year. It's not that 1 week is over, okay, and we will change our strategy. That it should not be like, you put a very good quality content in the first week and then the quality goes down. No, if that happens, we are responsible. We'll take the responsibility, and definitely, yes, we will take care of it. Okay. Now, yes, what you get, everything in this, okay, you can pause and read it out. Lectures, discussions, guidance, notes, topic-wise test papers, subject-to-wise test papers, test series, mock exams, customizable question banks you can bookmark. Okay, all India ranking, iOS, Android app, and all those things. Okay, okay. Coming back to our discussions, okay, of the exam, I just want to tell you one thing. The last video of our academy was on review of visual pathway. There's another thing which I got very sad. Okay, it was even uploaded on YouTube also, so that everyone can access it. And I told, okay, there was a phrase there for tomorrow's exam. I never knew that it was going to come for tomorrow's exam, but I just felt it is repeating. So concept was important there. Simply by hearting some questions and this is the answer, it can create problem. And astonishingly, I specifically mentioned one part to you. When I told the chiasma part, I showed that illustration of pituitary gland. I told just below this you have got your pituitary gland. If there is a tumor of it, it can have lesions of optic chiasma and the, what was that, bitemporal hemianopia. That's what I remember, isn't it? So yes, and the sad part was many students did watch that also. Okay, one question. Now, why I'm saying this question is important. Majority who doesn't have concept on visual pathway, because it's a little complicating. It comes in, it gets goes to the opposite side, then goes straight. Nasal fibers goes to the opposite. It's a little complicated. Unless you don't know the concept, you will not learn properly. You're always confused. Okay, even if you're by-hearted, and someone who's scoring in this area is going to be, and it was not a repeat also. It was a new question. So yes, something where you can score. That's the importance of basics and concepts. Okay. Okay, what's the next plan? For the new students. Okay, now like I told you, the exam was not difficult. Please understand this. Clinical questions were there. I am sure it was there. It will be there. It will be there. Okay, it will be there. Don't say that I learn MCQs, MCQs, and don't say that how many clinical questions do you solve. It's not about clinical question solving. It's all about learning your basics and learning it systematically under a proper guidance. Okay, write revision strategy from the beginning itself and then start solving clinical questions. Learn the tactics to solve. Look for the keywords. How to look for the keywords? All these are important, especially basics and systematic learning. Remember, learning without a strategy and plan is equal to not learning. Okay, it's just a waste of time personally. Okay, the same thing. Okay, we do have comprehensive packages starting from 8,999, but I suggest if you're clinical based questions, if you're a new student starting your preparation, I would suggest you to go for your premium package. Okay, and the offer I've given you. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching the video. I will come with the detailed analysis. Okay, slowly by slowly we'll be analyzing more and more contents. Okay, we are recollecting all the questions in the group, and my request to our ongoing students is that please recollect all the questions at the earliest so that we can start analyzing it. Okay, thank you so much for watching the video. Have a wonderful day and take care.